Ever wondered why the people of Madagascar don't sing while eating? Or why pointing with your index finger is offensive? Welcome to our cultural journey to Madagascar, an island country teeming with unique customs, vibrant traditions, and intriguing taboos. Madagascar, a place of incredible biodiversity, is equally rich in cultural diversity. Home to over 20 ethnic groups, each with its unique customs and traditions, it's a melting pot of fascinating cultures, each contributing to the vibrant tapestry that is Madagascan society. But today, we're not focusing on the wildlife or the landscapes, captivating as they are. Instead, we're diving into the heart of Madagascan culture, exploring the unusual, the unexpected, and the downright strange. Our purpose? To uncover the 22 most unique taboos and peculiar facts about Madagascar that you likely won't believe exist. We're talking about customs that may seem odd to outsiders, but are deeply ingrained in the Madagascan way of life. From dining etiquette to communication norms, these taboos provide a fascinating glimpse into the cultural complexities of this island nation. But why focus on taboos, you might wonder? Well, because taboos tell us so much about a society. They reflect its values, its fears, its hopes, and its history. By understanding these taboos, we can gain a deeper appreciation of Madagascan culture, going beyond the surface to understand the underlying beliefs that guide everyday life. So, as we embark on this cultural journey, expect the unexpected. Brace yourself for surprising facts that will challenge your preconceptions and broaden your horizons. And remember, what may seem strange to us is often normal to others. As we explore these taboos, let's approach them with an open mind, embracing the diversity and richness of human culture. Prepare to be fascinated as we delve into the intriguing world of Madagascar's taboos and peculiarities. Did you know that in Madagascar, it's taboo to pass an egg hand to hand? Indeed, in the heart of the Indian Ocean, on the island nation of Madagascar, a multitude of peculiar customs and traditions shape everyday life. Let's delve into some of these fascinating practices. First on our list is the egg taboo. You might think nothing of handing your brunch companion an egg directly, but in Madagascar, this act is a big no-no. It is believed to bring misfortune, traced back to the egg's symbolic association with life and fertility. Instead, the egg must be placed on a surface, then picked up by the recipient. Next, we have the curious case of singing while eating. Most of us might hum a tune while enjoying our favorite dish, or even burst into full-blown song if the mood strikes. But in Malagasy culture, singing at the dining table is frowned upon. The origins of this taboo are a little murky, but it's thought to be tied to the belief that mealtime is a moment for reflection and gratitude, not tuneful distractions. It's not all about food, though. There's also the taboo against pointing at a rainbow with your finger. Rainbows are seen as sacred phenomena in Madagascar, and pointing at them is considered disrespectful. So, if you're lucky enough to spot a rainbow on your trip, remember, admire, but don't point. And let's not forget the taboo against whistling at night. While some of us might whistle a lullaby to drift off to sleep, the Malagasy believe that whistling after dark can attract unwanted spirits. So, if you're out and about in the evening, you might want to save that melody for daylight hours. As we journey through these peculiar customs, it's important to remember that while they may seem strange to us, they're an integral part of the Malagasy way of life. They provide a sense of identity, continuity, and belonging to the people of this fascinating island. These customs, strange as they may seem, form the unique fabric of Malagasy culture. Imagine being forbidden from giving birth in your own home. Sounds strange, doesn't it? But in the enchanting island of Madagascar, this is not just an odd custom, but a deeply rooted belief. You see, the Malagasy people believe that the blood from childbirth can bring misfortune to the house, so women often deliver in special huts outside their homes. Once the birth is over, the hut is burnt down, symbolizing a fresh start for the newborn and the mother. Moving on to another unusual belief, let's talk about the lemurs. Now, lemurs aren't just the stars of animated movies, but they hold a sacred place in the Malagasy culture. Revered as the spirits of ancestors, lemurs are seen as sacred animals, and harming them is considered a grave taboo. This belief extends to other indigenous animals as well, reinforcing the island's rich biodiversity. Then we have the famadihana, also known as the turning of the bones. This ritual might seem eerie to some, but for the Malagasy people, it's an important custom. Every 5 to 7 years, families exhume the remains of their ancestors, wrap them in fresh silk shrouds, and dance with the corpses around the tomb. This is their way of remembering and honoring the dead, a celebration of life and death, and a testament to the strong family ties that hold the Malagasy society together. From prohibitions related to childbirth to veneration of lemurs and ancestral rituals. These unusual beliefs form the rich tapestry of Malagasy culture. They might seem strange, even bizarre to outsiders, but they are an intrinsic part of the Malagasy people's worldview, shaping their everyday life and interactions. We live in a diverse world, filled with myriad cultures and beliefs. What may seem strange to one may be sacred to another. So, as we explore the world, let's keep our minds open and our judgments at bay. After all, it's these differences that make our world a fascinating place to live in. These beliefs, while strange to outsiders, are deeply ingrained in the Malagasy worldview. So, let's continue our journey, exploring more about this captivating island's unique taboos and customs. Pointing with your index finger in Madagascar can get you some disapproving looks. Yes, you heard that right. In this fascinating island nation, one of the most common gestures we use to indicate direction or highlight an object is considered rude. Instead, if you need to point at something, it's more polite to use your thumb while keeping the rest of your fingers closed into a fist. Another intriguing communication taboo in Madagascar is the avoidance of certain words. In many cultures around the world, there are words that are considered taboo or unlucky. Madagascar is no exception. For instance, some Malagasy people avoid saying the word for crocodile, voe, especially when near water bodies, fearing it might summon one. Instead, they use a variety of euphemisms, including the one who turns over canoes. Now let's talk about silence. Silence is golden, as they say, and in Madagascar, it can be a crucial part of communication. It's often seen as a sign of respect, especially when communicating with elders. So, if you find yourself in a conversation where no one is speaking, don't fret. It's not an awkward silence. It's a respectful one. Here's another interesting tidbit. In Madagascar, it's considered taboo to hand an egg directly to another person. Instead, you should place it on a surface and let the other person pick it up. This taboo is tied to traditional beliefs about the potential for spiritual contamination. And finally, let's talk about the taboo against whistling at night. This might seem unusual to many of us who whistle a tune while strolling in the moonlight. But in Madagascar, it's believed that whistling after dark could attract malicious spirits, So, if you're visiting, you might want to save your whistling for daylight hours. In conclusion, communication in Madagascar is a complex dance of spoken words, silence, gestures, and even the avoidance of certain actions. Understanding these communication taboos can save you from many a cultural faux pas in Madagascar. Ever thought that wearing red to a funeral could be a big no-no? Well, in the culturally rich island of Madagascar, this is one of many fascinating taboos that shape the everyday lives of the Malagasy people. Let's dive into some of these cultural do's and don'ts, shall we? First up, funerals. In many parts of the world, black is the color of mourning. But in Madagascar, it's a whole different story. Wearing red to a funeral is considered a major faux pas. To the Malagasy people, red symbolizes life and vitality, making it highly inappropriate for an occasion that marks the end of life. So, if you're ever invited to a Malagasy funeral, remember to leave your red clothes at home. Next, let's talk about dining etiquette. Have you ever noticed how some people have a habit of turning their plates after they've finished eating? In Madagascar, this isn't just a random habit. It's a tradition steeped in respect and gratitude. When you're done eating, turning your plate is a way of saying, "Thank you, I've had enough." It's a small gesture, but it speaks volumes about the Malagasy people's appreciation for food and their respectful nature. But it's not just about what you do, it's also about what you don't do. For instance, in Madagascar, it's considered disrespectful to point at people or things with your finger. Instead, they use a nod of the head or a glance of the eye. This may seem strange to outsiders, but in Madagascar, it's a sign of respect and humility. These cultural norms, while puzzling, are a testament to the unique cultural identity of the Malagasy people. They remind us that our world is a diverse tapestry woven from countless customs and traditions. So next time you're in Madagascar, remember these do's and don'ts. Not only will you avoid any cultural faux pas, but you'll also gain a deeper understanding of the rich and vibrant Malagasy culture. One might wonder, how do these taboos and strange facts shape the society in Madagascar? Taboos, the unspoken rules that govern behavior, play a significant role in the Malagasy society. They guide people's actions, influence their beliefs, and in many ways, shape their lives. They serve as a blueprint for acceptable behavior, and by doing so, they help maintain social order and cohesion. Firstly, taboos in Madagascar function as a tool for cultural preservation. They are woven into the fabric of the Malagasy society, passed down through generations and deeply rooted in tradition. The persistence of these taboos is testament to the strength of the cultural heritage of the Malagasy people. They serve as a constant reminder of their history, their values, and their identity as a unique cultural group. Secondly, these taboos play a significant role in the daily lives of the people of Madagascar. They influence everything from what one eats to how one interacts with others, to how one behaves in various situations. For instance, certain foods might be avoided due to taboos, or particular actions might be deemed unacceptable. These taboos, while they might seem peculiar to outsiders, are an integral part of the Malagasy lifestyle. Moreover, taboos serve as a form of social regulation. They help establish boundaries of conduct, defining what is acceptable and what is not. They foster respect for others, for nature, and for the spiritual world. By adhering to these taboos, individuals demonstrate their allegiance to their community and their respect for its traditions. However, it's important to note that while these taboos are deeply ingrained, they are not universally adhered to. There is a diversity of beliefs and practices within Madagascar, and not everyone views or observes these taboos in the same way. This diversity is a reflection of the rich cultural tapestry that makes up this fascinating island nation. These taboos, though they might seem strange, play a crucial role in shaping the society and preserving the cultural heritage of Madagascar. So, how many of these 22 taboos and strange facts about Madagascar were new to you? We've just journeyed through the rich tapestry of Malagasy culture, exploring the unique customs, beliefs, and taboos that make this island nation truly one of a kind. We've marveled at the peculiar customs, such as the tradition of turning the bones of the dead, and we've delved into the unusual beliefs, including the reverence for the zebu cattle. We've also navigated the intricacies of communication in Madagascar, where certain subjects are off limits, and even the simple act of pointing can be seen as taboo. Our exploration then ventured into the realm of cultural do's and don'ts, providing a guide to the etiquette and social norms that govern everyday life in Madagascar. And finally, we've looked at the impact these taboos have on society, shaping the behavior and attitudes of the Malagasy people in profound and sometimes surprising ways. These 22 taboos and strange facts provide a fascinating window into the soul of Madagascar, revealing a culture that is as complex as it is captivating. But why does understanding these taboos and facts matter? Well, it's all about respect. When we travel, we are guests in someone else's home. Just as we would want a guest in our home to respect our customs and traditions, so too should we respect those of the places we visit. By understanding these taboos and facts, we can engage with the Malagasy culture in a way that is respectful and informed. Moreover, this understanding can greatly enhance our travel experience. Imagine being able to participate in a Famadahana ceremony, or turning of the bones, with the knowledge of its cultural significance, or being able to navigate a conversation with a local, avoiding taboo topics and making a genuine connection. These are the moments that make travel truly enriching. And let's not forget the power of a good story. Each of these 22 taboos and strange facts is a story in its own right, a tale of a people and their unique way of seeing the world. By learning these stories, we not only gain a deeper insight into the Malagasy culture, but we also gain a wealth of anecdotes to share with friends back home. In conclusion, Madagascar is a land of enchanting beauty and intriguing customs. Its taboos and strange facts may seem unusual to us, but they are a testament to the rich cultural heritage of the Malagasy people. They are a reminder that our world is a wonderfully diverse place, full of mysteries to unravel and stories to discover. Next time you find yourself in Madagascar, remember these fascinating taboos and facts. They might just save you from a cultural misstep or two.